Hi guys, I'm going to show you a tutorial for Pixlr number 9, and this is going to be where we have a block style text instead of having, like in this example photo editor, instead of the fill color being white, we can choose a colored pattern like leaves or a beach or clouds or some other natural scene. So I'm going to walk you through this process. The handout tutorial is available again on Google Classroom, as is the background image I'm going to use. You're going to follow my step-by-step instructions for the first one, and then the second one you can choose any text you want with any background imagery you want. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be using Pixlr E, the advanced version, and we're going to go ahead and create a new assignment as the instructions detail, where it's going to be 800 wide with a height of 600 tall. Let's go ahead and name this Pixlr 9 and then your name. Okay. All right, so here it begins with a checkered layer, just a background layer. We're going to go ahead and add in a white, just a square. So I'm going to select the fill color, choose to make it white, and just kind of click and drag and make sure it covers the area, right? All right. So the next thing we're going to do is add a text layer, the T, or you can press the T key or the text layer and just click. It's going to ask you, do you want to add a text layer? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to call this theme maker. Okay, and you're going to notice in the instructions on the handout, it says to go ahead and make this large. I think it says 103, and I'm going to go bigger than that probably. I want it to take up the most of the screen, and I'm going to actually change it. I should have done that first. You can choose any font you want. The thicker block ones will probably work a little bit better. If it's really thin like that, you won't see much of the detail. So choose a thicker, font that you like. All right, and I might make this one a little bigger. So it goes across, and then I can just click with the move tool. This is the move tool if you need it. Select it. I was pressing the M key and then clicking, and just go ahead and move it up. It doesn't matter if it's not quite in the center. Okay. One thing I'm going to call your attention to is these layers. You can see I have layer 1, 2, and then theme maker just inherited the text. Otherwise, it'd be called layer 3. I'm going to combine these two layers right now by clicking in these three dots and choosing the merge down. Again, to combine these two layers, click on the top on the text, and if they're not in order, you can just click on the side and drag them and put them in order. It should be the text, the white, and then the checkered translucent background. So again, I'm going to click the three dots and click merge down, and now you can notice that I lost one. I'm just with 2 now. All right. So the next thing that I need to do is open up a layer. It's going to be my background layer. Actually, it'll be the fill. It'll end up becoming the fill color. So I've attached an image on Google Classroom called, basically they're like palm leaves. So I'm going to go to layer, add a layer as a URL, and then I'm going to paste it again. You can get this on Google Classroom, and then this image will come up. All right. So this is a fixed image. This needs to be bigger than the font. And if it's not, you can just click on the corners, and you can click on the side and just make it larger than the font. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is to um, work with this one. We have to select the text. And so I need to see the text. There's two ways to do it. Either I can uncheck that and it just hides the top layer, or you can just click and drag and move them around so you're working and then making sure you're clicked on the top layer, not this one, okay? So if you do that, make sure you're clicked on the text. We're going to use what's called the wand tool. That's the W key, or you can click on this. And what we want to do is be able to select the text. If you remember doing the car, we use it there too. So hold down the Shift key and then click. You're going to notice that you got a dotted line going around and also around the text, except for in the center of the A and the center of the R. So continue holding down the Shift key, click in the middle of the R, and there you have it. It's all selected. Okay. Now what you got to do is to move the, make sure that the foliage or your background is up on the top. Notice you can still see the letters around or through it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select the eraser tool. You're going to notice it's pretty small in there and it's kind of hard to work with, but you can make this much bigger to make this much faster. So now just going back and forth, and you're going to notice that the fill color of the text is now my background image. So go ahead and erase, make sure you get it all nice and cleaned up. Hopefully you remembered to select holding shift down on the A and the R so that you can see the white and there's not like the foliage going through. All right, so now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and click on these three little dots. We're going to say merge down, and we'll combine them all into one layer, merge down, and now we can go ahead and save it. So I'm going to go File, Save. It should say have your name, Pixlr 9, and then your name, and then PNG, and go ahead and say download. And you can see it downloads, and you can go ahead and turn in that image. Okay. And now what you can do is you can go ahead and repeat this process. You can choose any text. You can put whatever it is you want as a text, whatever natural image you want. If you want rocks, you want mountains, you want clouds, whatever it is that you want as your lettering, you can go ahead and choose that. All right. Make sure you turn in both the images in a Google Classroom. Thank you.